Welcome to Golf is Hard TV, the golf show for the rest of us. We're back at Boccieri Golf. Good to see you again, Steven.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Thanks. This is Marc with Golf is Hard TV, and we're going to talk new golf clubs. So welcome back to the PGA show. Why don't you just give us a quick outline, because I know there's some great stuff going on with Boccieri Golf. I'm actually holding in my hand a 56-degree heavy wedge, which is one of the new products that you've got. So just kind of give us the outline of what's going on with Boccieri.
Yeah, that we had a tremendous show at the PGA show, as we always have in the past years. And it always excites people because we have a booth where people can actually try the equipment.
Yeah.
There are putter companies that are there that don't have putting greens, and I scratch my head every year and say,
seems like an odd strategy.
How do you sell putters if people can't try them? But this year we had a new introduction of the wedge, but we also introduced a new heavy putter line that is considered to be a lightweight series.
Okay.
Now that is following last year's major success on the midweight.
Sure.
And what we did with the lightweight is that we got a lot of response from the PGA Tour this year, and they said the midweight is terrific, but we're so used to conventional weighted putters. We believe in the technology. We like the higher balance point, but it's just a little too extreme for us. And that's that's what we got from everybody about the heavy putter originally. Right. So we decided to introduce the lightweight putter in very conventional designs, in a bullseye, an 8802,
yeah,
a standard answer design, the similar Rossi design. And it's just that new weight category that somebody comes into the booth now and they say to us, wow, that doesn't feel like a heavy putter at all. And that's exactly the objective, is that we wanted people to pick it up and recognize that it's 100 grams heavier, the head weight is 375, and there's a 65-gram back weight in the golf club. And people come into the booth and they say, wow, that just feels great. Let me try that. And they try it and they say, well, let me feel that midweight. Let me try that midweight.
Sure.
And that's the goal, because really the heavier the golf club, the better the mechanics become.
Yeah. And
the more consistent their stroke becomes. So it really led them into that.
Yeah, so now what I find interesting is the original heavy putter was, remind me of the weight, 250? No.
Well, the original heavy putter had a 250-gram back weight,
right,
but the head was 465 grams.
Significantly heavier than the off-the-rack stuff that you buy at.
Very much so.
And you still, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, firmly believe in that kind of weight actually will make you a better putter. Right.
Well, there's no doubt that from our testing with the ultrasound machines, that the biomechanics about weight improves your stroke, improves the consistency. So it's a pretty steep incline, and we need people to get to that heavier weight if they want to improve. But it takes steps. We have to graduate it up.
Sure,
to that
sure.
weight.
So from a golf club selection standpoint, you've got the new lightweight putter. It's going to feel and operate a lot like everything else off the shelf. What you really want people to do is pick it up, try the heavier one, and see what happens. Because I'm playing the midweight, and I really like it. I mean, I think I have improved as a golfer. And I measure that in terms of less three putts,
right?
Which is all good, right?
Right. Well, we wanted people to try getting into this concept of weight,
right?
And I want to create this great weight debate,
about
what is the great weight debate? Is weight a good thing?
Right.
And so the idea about getting somebody, now think about it. We have very small market share in the putter category. Okay. Now considering that, everybody else is it's a heavy putter and all the other conventional putters. So the lightweight should be enough of a weight, and there is enough of a benefit to that weight for people that are in that lightweight category, that are in a conventional weight, to step up to that lightweight.
So how much heavier is a lightweight heavy putter than something you'd buy off the rack?
Total weight is about 100 grams.
Okay.
The head is 375 grams, and there are putters that are in the marketplace today that are 375 grams with no back weight.
Oh, okay.
And Ping actually produces a product that has a head that's 400 grams. But you don't want to putt with a putter head that's 400 grams and not have a back weight.
With no back weight.
Because it's phenomenal inside 5 feet, but when you have a long putt, you'll lose control of it.
And that's just a balance thing.
That's exactly it. It's all about the balance.
Okay.
The higher the balance point, the less reaction you have in your hands.
Yeah. So I'm fascinated by this idea of a great weight debate. And like I said, I'm holding the new heavy wedge. This thing has a back weight in it.
Right.
The wedge that I'm playing now doesn't, I'm assuming, because it's not a heavy putter or a heavy wedge. So what does that back weight do on a full swing as opposed to on a putt? Okay,
well, what the back weight does, again, is that let me just explain it slightly. The new heavy wedge is a few grams heavier in the head than conventional. Okay. So we start with that by increasing this to 5 to 8 to 10 grams. Very moderate increase in head weight. The back weight in this is 65 grams, and we did that after multiple testing
Sure.
with certain players. And then there's a limit to how much mass you can move around in a full swing. So that's kind of how we landed on this. More head weight, if we were going to just do a chip shot around the green, this could be 20 or 30 grams heavier. And the back weight could be 100 grams or 150 grams.
Okay.
And then you would have the same style stroke that you have with the heavy putter, and you'd have full control of that shot. But you wouldn't be able to swing it in a full swing.
Right. Got it.
So what the benefit is of back weighting, and this is something that I didn't introduce, back weighting has been out in the marketplace forever. There's a company Balance Certified, Tour Lock, they make back weights. It costs $50 to back weight one of your golf clubs. So you spent $800 for a set of golf clubs. Now give me another $600 and I'll make them work for you. So basically what the back weight does is it raises the balance point of the golf club. And what that does is it starts to actually, even though that this golf club weighs total weight greater than the wedge that's in your bag, it actually feels lighter in the mechanics of the swing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, amazing. Because as soon as you take this golf club, you're actually able to set your hands much quicker because the balance point's much higher. And then what happens is you get up to the top of your swing and you stay on better plane. And at the top of the swing, when everybody at the top of the swing gets jumpy and then their first move is over the top, casting over the top, this actually slows the transition down and actually makes you drop right into the slot where you hold the angle of retention longer, and then when you come to impact, you're square. So everybody that's tried the wedge is saying, well, it's heavier, I'm not going to be able to hit it as far. Turns out that they actually hit this maybe farther than their current wedge.
Really?
And they're shocked by it.
Yeah.
And the reason being is that on a conventional wedge, at impact, they let their hands go, and they actually, if they're hitting a 56 degree, at impact they're probably at 58.
Right.
And with this golf club, if it's 56, it's 56 at impact.
Right.
So they're actually picking up yardage, and they're stunned by it.
You know what? So it's interesting. I know I love talking to you about this stuff because there's so much science behind this. And I think the average golfer, I know, for me, a lot of times I got a player on tour who I like to follow, and, they're playing a TaylorMade or a Nike, and all of a sudden I find myself at the store looking at the TaylorMade and going, I want to play that, thinking, there's this like psychological thing. But the reality of the golf swing and golf clubs is there's a lot of science and mechanics and math behind this. And I think for me at this point, I just want to get better. I mean, I'm done being sort of a 20. I'm tired of it. And I don't really have a lot of time to play. And I feel like just the more I talk to you and hear about these, not to make this a heavy sales pitch, but it's like I just want stuff that's going to make me a better golfer.
Right.
And I'm tired with
And all we're trying to do is give the consumer an alternative product.
Right.
And you could stand here and pitch this all day and tell you how much better it is. But the bottom line is all we're asking for anybody to do is when they're buying a new wedge. Just try this wedge and try the wedge that they think that they want to play. If their favorite player uses Vokey, grab a Vokey.
Right.
Grab a Vokey and grab the similar wedge of a heavy wedge.
It's a good idea.
And then just go into the hitting cage and see which one you hit more consistently. And I'm pretty sure that you're going to end up.
Well, hopefully we're going to try it here. We've got a cage over here in a minute. Hopefully I take some swings on this. How do I do that? Do I go to my local golf shop? I mean, what's the best way to try one of these things out?
Well, right now, I mean, the wedges were just introduced at the PGA show, so they're now coming out in distribution, and they're in small areas where they're in pockets at this point.
Right.
With accounts that have always been fans of the heavy putter, we're getting this product into most retail locations where the heavy putter exists.
Good.
Which is nationwide. Now we haven't yet gotten into Golf Galaxy. We might have just got a commitment for Golf Smith.
Good.
But we're in a lot of the Edwin Watts stores, so they're going to start to appear. But the quickest and easiest way to actually see one or try one, you can easily go to our website, and we have everything identified on theheavywedge.com.
Okay.
And
I was going to say that's heavywedge.com because there's also heavyputter.com.
Right, there is. But now, great
websites, by the way.
Thank you. And the expansion of the product line under Boccieri Golf is now that there is a BoccieriGolf.com. So when there is a landing page, and you can select to go to putters or wedges.
Good. Well,
and then maybe next year, irons.
Irons. We're getting there. That's great. Okay. So let's go. We'll do another episode on hitting some shots.
Sure.
And we'll see how I do there. And we got some other people to introduce to you. So thanks for your time.
Great.
And we'll look
My
forward
pleasure.
to it. Yeah.
Thank you.